just 12K.
I don't understand. Pay for your makeup. Like I'm buying makeup, you're doing makeup.
Doing makeup. Why would I buy makeup? Who will rub it for me?
I'm just wondering.
The makeup is not 12K. My powder alone is 25,000. The foundation is 23K. If you add spray, that's like
All right, going live.
they're already like
Welcome into the locker room on a Feel Good Friday morning. This is the Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. We are your love music, love live station. It is a Feel Good Friday, people. Yes, we're finally at the end of the week. It has been a long week, but we're here. And man, all I can say is it feels good. Sporting action is coming your way, and it's going to be a mishmash of all the amazing things. Football, Formula One, boxing, we've got it right here for you. My name is Ayokunmi Kekeriakun, and with me in the studio, the one, the only sports Amazon herself,
the sleepy Tega.
Tega. I don't know how many packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pack Supreme. Tega, good morning to you, and belated happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. It's Tupac and for violent reasons, not for ab reasons. It's Tupac because you wouldn't wish me happy birthday. And I didn't see any presents at the station when I came this morning. So, yes, the first line of that song, that popular Tupac song. That's what I'm saying.
My lips are sealed on that one.
So take a Tupac for obvious reasons.
Let me keep my thoughts to myself.
All right, so since my gun is still blazing, I can as well go down and take some shots. Because some people were celebrating the fact that they have moved from 15th. But yesterday, like clockwork, they drew. And the church said, Amen. We'll talk about them. And we drag them like the generator that they are.
Why?
Because you drew now, so they will draw you too.
Those bring fufu.
You know?
I said it.
You drew, we draw you. All right. Okay. So that's one. What else happened? Oh, the list of the women's ranking list came out. Highest paid athletes and tennis women were the ones that earned more. Now that list is a little deceptive, and I'll tell you why. Because the people that are ranked higher are the people like Coco Golf, Iga Swiatek, people that are top ranked tennis players that win Grand Slams where there's equal pay. Outside of that, not many others, because the tennis world is a little unbalanced. The tennis world, there are players that come to tournaments and they had to take loan to come to the tournament. Then there are players that come to the tournament and they can afford to own the tournament. You see how
like those who go to Saudi Arabia.
It's like South Africa, where the gap between the poor and the rich is very wide. That's exactly how the tennis. So as much as it is nice that you saw tennis players at the top of that list, that list is a little deceitful because because of the wage gap. What else happened this week? What has happened this week? You didn't tell me.
Well, our captain is not going to AFCON.
Oh, yes, we're going to talk about that this morning. And then we're also going to talk about the last race of the week. Of the season. It is Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Usually, I'm in Abu Dhabi by this time. But you people did not tell your brand to sponsor me. So here we are. I'm now having to sit in the studio instead of reporting live from Abu Dhabi with you. So take note and do the needful next year. But yes, this is the last race. And for the first time in a long time, the Drivers' Championship is coming down to this race. And there are 3 drivers with their hats in the ring for this one. So, massive one. We'll talk about all of that and more inside the locker room. But before we do any talking, Ayokunmi, tell the people that didn't wish me happy birthday how they can talk to us this morning.
For all those who didn't wish to take a happy birthday and I want to send presents in to us in capital letters. Keep up with us on WhatsApp and on YouTube. The WhatsApp number is 0911 999 0981. 011-999-0981. Also on YouTube, I can see comments already flooding in.
Yep.
Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. All right. Let us begin talking about William Troost-Ekong, Super Eagles captain. He has announced his retirement from international football, bringing an emotional close to a decade-long career with Nigeria's senior national team.
Yeah. So yeah, this one wasn't shocking because there's a little bit of a rumor. I think it was last month, but immediately after Nigeria didn't qualify for the World Cup, and then he said something about if he were on the pitch, he would have taken a penalty. Next thing we heard is that he's retired, but he didn't come out to make any official statement. So we took it as what it looked like a rumor at the time. But this time, he posted on his social media honored, grateful, and some other word that he was retiring. So it was, and some people had said, he said people had alluded to the fact that maybe because he didn't play enough at the playoffs, or that he knows that he's on his last legs and he's going to be replaced. All the story, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. But he said no, that he resigned in peace. He's not quarreling with anybody. The federation didn't push him out. He's not pushing the federation away. He just thinks it's time to go. And he always said that when it was time to go, he wasn't going to overstay his welcome. Now, some people are questioning his as captain. Why are you resigning now? Seeing as Benjamin Frederick is injured
Right?
and you are the captain of the team, and Nigeria needs like a transition moment because the tournament is so close. The tournament starts in less than 2 weeks,
Yeah,
just about 2 weeks.
yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah, just about 2 weeks. And now you are retiring when it appears that the country may need you, despite the 54-man list, or 55, whichever one it is. Um, so there those are questioning, but ultimately, if somebody says they can't run again, they can't run again. It's that
You
simple.
can't force them.
So you can't force them. So we thank him for his service. Um, we thank him for putting his best foot forward, as it were, and leading the country all the way to the semi-final last time out. Even won, was it
No,
second? Came second.
yeah, final, yeah, second
Yeah,
last Nations Cup, yeah.
so it came second. No, I'm saying even his personal trophy, like
Okay,
best
okay,
player
okay.
of the
Yes, yes,
tournament.
yes, yes, yes.
So he really put his best foot forward, put his foot in it. There are questionable moments like calling a strike on the eve before the playoffs, but those moments when you look at the totality of his career in Nigeria, you can't cancel that. Did a world? I think he did one World Cup.
That
Um,
was 2018.
18, yes, he did one World Cup. So he has one World Cup. He has AFCON representation. He led the team well. Not a bad, career. I think 80 caps
I think
thereabouts.
83, if I remember
About
correct from
80
what I saw.
caps. Yeah.
Thereabouts.
So let's just say about 80. About 80 caps. That's what he did for Nigeria. So congratulations to him as he moves on to do all he's trying to do in his life. And we thank him for Nigeria. But now, who are we going to take to AFCON? That's the question for Eric Shell.
Well, it's a 54-man list, so there'll be somebody there that can go.
They
Sha.
need somebody there that can go. All
Right.
right.
All right, then. Well, happy retirement, international retirement to William Troost-Ekong. Thank you, Skipper, for all you've done. All right, let's switch gears to Formula One. And Lando Norris, he's been talking now. He says he doesn't see a scenario where he would ask McLaren teammate Oscar Piastri to let him pass in order for him to win the Drivers' Championship.
I think he doesn't have to see it. If Zach Brown sees it, it's happening. Because if they were in a situation where maybe Max Verstappen is in a position that if he finishes the race in that position, then he win the drivers' championship. But if Lando Norris finishes higher, even if Piastri is in front, I think Zach Brown will want to have the drivers and the constructors championship. So whether Lando Norris sees it or not is of no consequence. If the team principal sees it, he's going to make that call. And if Oscar Piastri wants to be in a chair next season, he's going to have to hit the call. That's the sad part of being 16 points behind your teammates, which is where he is now. So what it is that if you win this race, get 25 points. Now, Max Verstappen is in this race. He's just 12 points behind
Mm.
Lando Norris. And because he's been winning a couple of races in the last race. In fact, all of them now have won 7 races this season. Um, so there's every chance he may be leading. But Lando has to finish second. If Max wins the race, Lando has to finish second to win. Otherwise, from there on out, it just becomes a little dicey. And so Max is 12 points behind Lando. Oscar is 16 points behind Lando, which means that all three of them can win the Drivers' Championship depending on where they are. What neither one of them can afford is to not qualify well on Saturday or crash in the first lap of the race.
That'll be tragic.
Or have reliability issues during the race. That will be tragic. What we want is that three of them will get on the track and they will battle it out. That will be the perfect finish to the season. Perfect. So yes, Lando Norris is saying, I won't ask Oscar for help. But if he's in a position to win and Oscar is not, Oscar will have to give that help. Because Zach Brown is making that call every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Most
and
definitely.
this race is on Sunday. Just so we are clear.
You make it twice on that Sunday if he has to. There, that's what you call the title going down to the wire. It's going to be absolutely heated in the heat of Abu Dhabi. All right, let's talk some boxing real quick. And Alexander Usyk has been granted the opportunity to make a voluntary defense of his WBC heavyweight title after saying he wanted to fight Deontay Wilder next.
Yes, so Deontay Wilder is the person he picked. Remember, he moved over a fight with Wadley for his title. So I thought at the time that all his titles were going to go to Wadley, but it appears that it's just his WBO title that's going to Wadley. He still has the WBA title, he still has the WBC title, and he has the IBF. So he has 3 left. So Wadley is now a heavyweight champion with the WBO title because Usyk gave up that fight. All right. So he's lost one of his belts. Now the BBC is saying if you want to fight Deontay Wilder, then you can. We don't have to give you a mandatory challenger. You can fight Deontay Wilder. That's a worthy opposition. That's a worthy opponent, and we can let you do that to fight him and defend that title. So that is still open up for grabs. For me, though, it would be nice to see Deontay Wilder in the ring again. I'll say that. It'd be fantastic to have him in the ring. It'd also be fantastic to see Usyk fight an opponent like that. Because, what you want are all the rivalries. So it used to be Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, then Deontay Wilder versus, what's his name, Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
So if there's a Deontay Wilder Usyk in the future, I'll take it. Because that's a worthy opponent. But what I didn't want was him to vacate all his titles because he didn't want to fight again. Good news, he's picked an opponent. Good news is an opponent we'd love to see in the ring. So let's see how that works out. WBC has said he can fight him. So we wait for the dates.
We wait for the dates. Let them cook. Definitely going to be one for the ages. All right, let's take a break. When we come back in, it's all about football from here on out. And Mikel Arteta has been talking, and he fears that injury woes will hamper Arsenal's title challenge. We'll talk about that and so much more on the other side. Locker Room on Smooth 98.1.
Instead of them to be eating meat, they're doing vegan diet. That's what's happening now.
Who's the vegan diet?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I was not there in their kitchen. But please, I don't understand. Because too many people are injured for it to be coincidence. There's just too many injuries at Arsenal right now. Arsenal, what are people feeding your players? Biscuit bone? What's happening?
Yeah, apparently it's brisket bone.
It's brisket bone. Rather.
Brisket bone! Brisket bone. I saw that and I was like,
yeah, you just be looking at some new things. Where one day did you find out it's not? I was like, I've never found out. Even right now, as you put it right there, I haven't found out.
Well, when they said it's Mr. McAntony, not Mr. Macaroni, I laugh in pasta.
Mr. McAntony?
Apparently.
Right.
I laugh in pasta. Mr. Macaroni,
Mr. Macaroni. Call police, Mr. Macaroni. I hate that. Did you know? How you were today's year old when you found? I don't care. I've not found out. I will not find out. You can dive into the lagoon. Biscuity bone.
But you found out already.
No, it's basketball.
That one I agree with. That was brisket.
And it's Mr. Macaroni.
That one I agree with as well.
And it's Jangolova, not Jango over. It's Jangolova, not Jangle over. Jangle over what? Jangle who?
For us, it's even worse. It's Jangi Rover for us.
It's Jangolova.
Goodness gracious.
So they'll come and say that 10 is not 10. If I hear that one, that 10 is 10. If I hear that one,
I know that one will cause fights. Okay, it's here. Okay, wow, okay.
Okay, you came out.
Okay, came out too.
How can you come out when the sun is shining? You have to hide, though. You have to hide. And then this weekend is Bournemouth. Okay, I don't like the way you're a very brave man. You're a brave man.
I mean, you need to man up. Own it with your chest.
Don't own it, oh. That's Maresca's own to own. They didn't pay you to own it. They pay him to own it. His job is to. He's a fan. Don't own it. I didn't bring my glasses today. I can't see a thing.
Wait, today or you didn't bring it upstairs?
I don't know what I did. I just carried my bag and left the house.
You're that can actually step out of the house without your glasses.
Oh, I can drive without my
You don't know
glasses.
what the Lord has done for you. I cannot try.
But I can't see a thing that is being written there. Not one thing.
I can't try it. The time I had issues with my glasses, I had to take it to the eye people to change the frames. They said I have to come back. I called their friends to come and pick me up. I could not. I left my car there. I couldn't drive.
Ayokunmi, I have put your glasses on my eyes. My goodness, do you know how many? What's it called now? You know how Ayokunmi's glasses are thick like this. Let me show you. Look at my hand. It's thick like this. He cannot see. I agree. He cannot see. It's like this. Thick, like the lens of Ayokunmi's glasses.
All that doesn't matter.
You
The
will
eyes of
try
the
them.
Lord. All right. And we're back. Welcome into the second half of the locker room. It's a Friday morning. This is Smooth 98.1 Smooth Style on Lagos Radio. Ayokunmi here. Tega is also in with me this morning. We are doing supreme justice to what's been going on in the world of sports. You get to play a part in this as well. Join us on YouTube. Join us on WhatsApp as well. YouTube, you can find us at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. WhatsApp, it's 0911 999 0981. Those are the ways you can join us on the conversation. So where do we branch into next? A couple of comments. Okay. Uchina Wukoye says, United and basic errors. Umbomo has not been so sharp in recent weeks. Our touches were poor, especially in attack with poor crosses as well. Must we concede? Yes, we must. We need to do better. Liverpool, LOL. Vadripayo says, good to be here. Where is LK? Did you beat Barca and draw against Arsenal so that Leeds will thrash you? Wow. On Ekon's retirement, I wish he waited till after AFCON, but fine. Happy birthday to you, Tega. LK is here. LK is here. So
he didn't run away from you. Let's take
he didn't
let's start going a little bit to one of LK's rivals. Let's go to Arteta first.
All right, let's talk about Mikel Arteta, who's been talking now. He fears that Arsenal's mounting injury problems will hamper their bid to win the Premier League title after Declan Rice and Christian Mosquera limped off in Wednesday's 2-0 win against Brentford. Are the wheels coming off little by little?
And we still haven't heard updates. What happened to Rice? I saw him. He was pointing to a spot on his hamstring. I saw it. We have not heard updates. You said you will update us. Update. We have not heard it. All right. Let's know what's really happening to Rice, but it's not looking good. So remember that Arsenal already without Saliba and Big Gabriel, because apparently that's what they call him. Martinelli is apparently small Gabriel. So so Big Gabriel is out, and that's the Gabriel in defense. Just so we are clear. And then they had to bring in Mosquera and Hincapié, and it was looking good until he picked up the injury, and then Urian Timber was moved to central defense. Now that's not much of a problem because originally Urian Timber was a central defender. He wasn't a fullback. Yeah.
True.
He used to be at Ajax. That's what he used to play for the most part. So he was a central defender, and you even saw it even with his positioning. When I was watching him, I started smiling. I started blushing. In fact, not just smiling, I was blushing because that is how a central defender is supposed to be positioned. He didn't put a foot wrong in his positioning. It was almost like riding a bicycle. He never forgot. The thing is, Yurien Timber is about my size when you compare him to other English players. And for England, your size matters.
Mm.
Size is important. Because when those aerial ball comes and they are a little more physical in English Premier League, your size will come into play. And so that's the reason I'm afraid of him. Because if you notice why Arsenal is a lot more vulnerable now in defense, they've lost some height.
That is
So
true.
when the set piece is coming, height wise, they can't compare. They can't compare. It's the same thing when they attack, but the difference is when they attack, there are other people. You can put the near post, you can put far post, and people without height can take advantage of it. But defensively, that height is important, and Arsenal has lost that height with all these injuries that they're picking up. So Timber in central defense is amazing because he already knows the job. It's just that physically they lose something on that. And so when you look at this, they face Aston Villa on Saturday. It's the first match on Saturday, one
Ah,
thirty
early
p.m.
kickoff.
early kickoff. So they face a tough team like Aston Villa. Now you know that the usual ask that is to grind. You Arsenal fired Unai Emery
Good evening.
without giving him an opportunity. So if he has any motivation, that's it. Aston Villa are also in good form. They'd rather drink 3 goals than lose a match. And they literally drank 3 goals against Brighton, but they won that match by 4 goals to 1. So they're a team in form. Oli Watkins has decided to find his scoring boots. Emi Martinez somehow his head is at home and
for
he's making saves
for now.
for now. But he didn't play on Wednesday where they considered 3 goals. So I don't know if he's going to be back in goal. Um, but so an interesting one for us. Arsenal Aston Villa is always going to be a great match. The question is, with all these injuries that Arsenal have, are they still going to be as dominant?
Mm.
But that's Mikel Arteta's question.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's paid to do.
You know.
Let's see. Let's see. The weekend is already upon us. All right, let's head over to the Serie A, where Napoli can deal a blow to Juventus's hopes of rejoining the title race while bolstering their own Scudetto defense in this weekend's big Serie A clash that pits Antonio Conte against his former club and brings Luciano Spalletti back to Naples.
Yes. So remember, Spalletti had left left Naples, left Italy, and now he's back on the job. So it is Juventus Napoli. The thing about it, the bad news for Juventus is that Napoli know how to play against the big boys. Again, they have all those AC Milan problems.
Mm.
AC Milan lost to Lazio yesterday in the Italian Cup.
So, yeah, I'm tired.
And that's just the way that team is. They will beat any big boy, give them a mid-table team. They're like, oh, why didn't you give me hard work? And that's where they are. So Napoli knows how to play the big boys, and Juventus is one of the big boys. So it looks like they're coming for their scalp. Juventus is they're not in a good place. They're struggling, whether they're playing against the big boys or they're playing against mid-table teams. They're struggling regardless. So this one looks like it has a Conte win written all over it, but Spalletti just might have the setup to frustrate Conte. So let's wait to see how this clashes. If you ask me, it's advantage Napoli. But hey, it's football, and Juventus can still pull up a surprise.
Anything can happen in the world of football. It's going to be a great weekend, believe me. All right, let's head over to La Liga, where forward Rafinha's comeback from injury has helped Barcelona edge back towards their best form and help the Catalans reclaim top spot in La Liga.
Yeah, huge deal. Because at some point it was looking like Barcelona was struggling, but because Rafinha is back, they are back into that form where they were last season, where you are terrorized by Lamine Yamal on the right and by Rafinha on the left. And the thing about Rafinha is he also takes those long range shots. So where you plan that Barcelona will be trying to work the ball into the 18-yard box and put it in the back of the net, Rafinha will just shock you. Take a long range shot and beat your goalkeeper. And so that's the advantage he brings. The sad news for Barcelona is that Dani Olmo is out. He scored a goal, but he scored it with a diving header. And the way he landed, he dislocated his shoulder.
Ouch.
Yep. Because I remember seeing him he said after he scored the goal, he just kept lying down there, and then he was taken off the pitch. It was a shoulder dislocation, so he's out for a couple of weeks. So
That
that's
hurts.
just when the guy starts scoring, because he scored in back-to-back games. Now he scored a brace before he scored that goal midweek against Atletico Madrid, and now he's out again. So it's like they have good news and then they have bad news. And then it doesn't make it any easier that Barcelona is facing Real Betis. So that's a tough side to face. So they face a Real Betis side with rampaging Anthony.
Rafinha versus Anthony.
Yeah, it's going to be a Brazilian mix. And then one of their former rivals, it's not their former coach, it's their former rivals. Real Betis manager.
Wait,
Uh,
what's that his name? Oh, goodness gracious. It
He's
escapes
coach
me.
Real Madrid. Anyway, but yeah, so it's a tough one. It's an interesting one for Barcelona. First, they also play ahead of Real Madrid, so that Real Madrid knows what to do. Real Madrid plays Celta Vigo after Barcelona has played Real Betis. So some people say they like to play first because they set the pace. But if you ask me, if you play second, you know exactly what you have to do.
That is true. That is very true. And it's Manuel Pellegrini.
Pellegrini. Yeah, I was trying to remember his name. I said former Real Madrid coach. So yeah, so it's a tough task for Barcelona, especially with the injuries. But hey, that's how Barcelona is. The good news is that they score a lot of goals, and they still have Rafinha available and Rashford to come off the bench to do
Yeah.
something.
There are options.
Mm.
All right, let's quickly talk about Man United so we can get all the messages in. Man United look frightened against West Ham and were not nasty enough to secure the 3 points, said their former captain Roy Keane after they considered a late equalizer in a 1-1 Premier League draw at Old Trafford
I
yesterday.
agree with this because Manchester United had more than enough chance to bury West Ham at some point in that game.
As usual.
And they just didn't take it. And here's what it was. It was Dalo that came out to say that after after we were leading by 1 goal to nil, we didn't press enough to get the goals. So that also buttresses what Roy Keane was saying about them not being nasty enough to lean in and get the win. But that's half the problem, isn't it? Where you can see that the team is playing well, you can see that they are in a good place to some extent, but they're not just finishing off the job. And so that's 2 points dropped, if you ask me, against the Western side that just needed. It was a hail mary for West Ham. Really, it was a hail mary because at some point they could have gone down to 10 men because Wan Bissaka was moving. I don't know. He was moving wrong. Let's use morning breakfast language.
Moving reckless.
Yeah, he was moving reckless. He should have gotten a second yellow and have been sent off. But the referee exercised some patience there and extended grace. That's why he was on the pitch. So it was not a great game. So for West Ham United, that was a good win. They went to Old Trafford. They came back with a point in a game that they were second best all through. For Manchester United at home, 2 points dropped.
Two very massive points drop, not the first time this season.
We didn't have time to talk about Chelsea. But Chelsea faces Bournemouth tomorrow. So if they don't play well, we can drag them on Monday.
Okay. I am looking forward to it. All right, let's take your messages. This is from Emeka, who says, I missed the Chelsea game because of the mad island traffic, but on entering my neighborhood, I observed everywhere was so peaceful and quiet, and immediately I knew Chelsea lost. They bragged all day. They'll cook Leeds United. What happened? Cooking gas finished? Perhaps. This is Felix from Mende, Maryland, who says...
Bushmeat became the hunter. That's
goodness gracious. He said, Man United could not beat West Ham yesterday. He shocked me. Lots of interesting fixtures this weekend. I hope my Real Madrid is able to defeat Celta Vigo on Sunday. Well, keep praying that happens. Sanfajo says, okay, belated happy birthday to you, Tega Tupac. Many more Spotify years to come. AY from Oniru, good morning to you. He says, drifting a bit off topic, Sir Ronaldo has carried his obsession with Messi to an entire new level in his new ad with Perplexity, where they were taking subtle digs at the Argentine international. See, both of them will be fine.
Exactly.
They'll be fine. This is Israel from Bariga. Happy birthday to you, Tega the Supreme.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much. Chidozie says, Troost-Ekong's retirement speech is probably the best I've ever seen by a Nigerian. I also think his retirement was forced, probably because of him leading players' pay protest in Morocco.
He said it was peaceful.
Well, is what he said. Happy beautiful birthday, Tega Supreme. Please, I'm coming to TBS to collect my share of the cake. There we are. If you can find her in that mass of a place. Ayo Infestac says, happy birthday, Tega. Do girls still play 10-10 in this century? I think it has died.
Don't say 10-10. What's 10-10? 10-10.
No, no.
10-10 is that song that Wandeko, was it Wandeko or
I'm
Marvin?
sorry, we're smooth. We're smooth.
10-10.
This is Biggie who says, happy birthday, Tega. Blessings from heaven and earth fall on you. Arteta is he's tried to manage the game well again, or he tried to manage the game well against Chelsea because of the injury crisis. Mosquera got a knock. Declan Rice said after the match against Brentford that he is fit for the match against Villa. I think I just love the way Arteta baptized Mikel Merino from a DM to a striker. Okay. This is Tyra from Aja who says, happy birthday, Oluwatega, more blessings. Ekong left international football before it left him. If the team were to go for the World Cup, I'm sure Egon Adubo will still wear that armband. We thank him for his service and reduces Chelsea's list to 53. I hope Ahmed Musa isn't on that list. Chelsea, world champion of what? That's a good question. All right, let me go to YouTube very quickly and take some of the comments there that I have not taken. Where do I begin? Okay, this is okay, Adoroba, who says Chelsea is the most bipolar team I've ever seen. Sometimes I even wonder why I support the team, as it's the most toxic relationship I've ever been in. Have you seen me? LK, have you seen me? Anyway, congrats to Arsenal for winning the league. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. Padipaya says, Ayo, who is horse? I beg, take your time. Happy birthday, Tega, my love. Keep living and shining. Richard Deniro says, what a week of football. The title race has just begun with injuries piling. This is going to be interesting and experience will be key. Happy birthday, Tega. Wishing you all the best in good health and prosperity. And Chukudi says, and it's standard lily, not standard living. Yes, that one.
Yes, it's
I don't agree with that one.
Sandalili.
Ibrahim Hassan says, oh, and Sunderland still keeping the momentum at Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
Abayami says, belated happy birthday to you, dear Tega. I'm looking forward to yet another exciting world of league football in Europe and, of course, the F1 climax. And Ernest Okenwa says, Chelsea love to face big teams and fight like Aguiros to battle for 3 points. But they see small teams, they find a way to give them 3 points.
Robin Hood.
11 men, they can't beat Leeds. Maybe they need a red card. Maybe. And Vios World says special birthday wishes to you, Tega Supreme Mayor. May you live long to enjoy many fruitful years ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I'm still waiting for my present.
We are waiting.
Something tangible this year. That's what I want. All right. On that note, also thank you for sending in your messages via WhatsApp. Thank you for streaming on YouTube. And thank you for tuning in to Smooth 98.1 FM to listen to us, especially in the locker room. Now, remember what I say. It's the weekend. All the big matches are here this weekend. Leeds versus Liverpool. It's not a big match because Leeds beats Chelsea. Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Tricky one because it's Bournemouth. Arsenal, Aston Villa. Manchester United plays Everton on Wolves, sorry, on Monday.
What Wolves turn to prime Barcelona?
No, that would be 3 points.
Okay.
They are the only ones that are not going to get banter, but that's on Monday. But this weekend, you know what we say? Pray that your team is not fodder for banter. On that note, have a fantastic one.
Have a fantastic weekend, Tega. Thank you so very much for a great week. And thank you all for keeping up with us in the locker room. The Smooth Breakfast keeps on keeping on. My name is Ayokunmi. Kekere. Stay with us.
Stay with him, oh. Stay with